My next guest has worked with legends ranging from Roy Orbison to The Temptations. He's written top hits in pop, country, and Christian music for people like Michael W. Smith, Sawyer Brown, and so many others. His own late 70s classic hit, Falling, part of the LeBlanc and Carr, still stirs the heart. But he's got a brand new acoustic project out as well. We're going to talk about that and much more. Would you please give a big welcome to Lenny LeBlanc. Yeah. I think about the fact that you almost wouldn't have been here. You were opening for Lynyrd Skynyrd back in the 70s. You had an opportunity to get one of the seats on their airplane the night that Lynyrd Skynyrd's airplane crashed, and several members of the band perished in that crash. It has to weigh upon you sometimes of, God, why did you leave me here?
Well, you know, Governor, first of all, it's great to be, I'm a big fan of his. This guy's amazing.
Oh, well, thank you. We're honored you're here. This is a big deal for us.
I was telling Trey I'm more excited about meeting him than I am playing, even though the band's great and it's great to be here. But, you know, we wouldn't have been on that plane because we declined flying with them because we thought our band would feel slighted. And so we did 5 dates and then split up for a day. And then we had 27 shows booked. And on the way to Baton Rouge, we were supposed to meet up with them, and that's when the plane crashed. It was a sad day.
You know, when I think about your career, you've had a remarkable kind of life that many of us would dream of. Recording as a session musician in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, with people like The Temptations and Roy Orbison, amazing things. And then on your own, huge hit record with Falling. But then there was a turn. Everything went totally different. And you had an encounter with an old friend, and the next thing you know, Lenny LeBlanc is one of the most prolific Christian writers in music. What happened?
Well, my friend that you mentioned was a smuggler. He was home from Vietnam. He started smuggling drugs. Called me late one night and said, Lenny, I got saved, and I'm going to heaven, and I want you to be there with me. He said, are you saved? And I thought, man, just when things are going good.
Yeah, God was going to mess it up. Huh?
God was the last thing on my radar, Governor. And he said, I'm going to send you a book. So he sent me the Bible. I read the Bible for the first time, and it was like God revealed himself to me in my house. It's just an amazing experience that I had. I would go through the house, and the next thing I knew, I'd be on the floor just weeping because I had had a lot to be forgiven for. And God revealed himself to me. I started seeing myself in different scriptures. And my heart began to change. My friends thought I was crazy. And I was signed to Capitol Records at this time, trying to write songs for a new record. I'd start out to write a pop song, and by the time it got to the chorus, it'd be about Jesus. And I thought...
They loved that at Capitol, didn't they?
Yeah. I thought... Capitol Records is not going to want these Jesus songs. And they didn't. And you know, it wasn't like, okay, now you're a Jesus guy and you can't do this pop music. It wasn't that at all. Yeah. It was like I lost all desire for that, and all I wanted to do was write songs about this God that changed my life. And it was a great decision spiritually, but a terrible career decision.
But you know, it's been a great decision for all of us who go to church, because some of the incredible Christian songs that have touched our lives, you wrote. Songs like Above All. And
I never dreamed I'd write songs like that, because Christian music was barely even a genre.
Yeah.
When I sure didn't get in it for the money, because there was no money, there was no money to be made. But God's grace, you know, it's just an amazing thing in my life, and I owe everything to him.
Well, you know, we're so thrilled to have you here, honored of how God has used you to bring music to all of us, and we're going to perform some of your stuff, both the old, and then later we're going to do some digital music that will be available for our audience. And while we get ready to perform it, Keith Bilbrey will tell all of you how you can hear the fantastic music of Lenny LeBlanc.
Well, to get Lenny LeBlanc's latest album, Anthology, plus all his other music and more, visit Huckabee.tv.